Hey everyone, it's Everyday Essence. Oh my wow! Today we are embarking on an incredible journey to some of Japan's most unbelievable and lesser-known islands. We're leaving the bustling streets of Tokyo and Kyoto behind to explore places that feel like they've been plucked straight from a fantasy novel or a forgotten history book. I am so excited for this. We're going to be hopping on ferries, meeting some very unique locals, and uncovering stories that are just waiting to be told. This is the side of Japan you rarely see, and I can't wait to share it with you. Our adventure will take us to three distinctly different worlds. First, a fluffy paradise of rabbits. Thousands of friendly rabbits roam free, hopping up to say hello. Then, a tranquil cat haven. Cats outnumber people, lounging like tiny kings and queens. Finally, a haunting, abandoned fortress island rising from the sea. It's an adventure of contrasts. Pure cuteness to eerie silence. I am so ready for this. Each island holds its own incredible secret, its own unique soul, and I want you to experience it all with me. So if you love travel, adventure, and discovering the world's hidden gems, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You are not going to want to miss this journey. Alright, let's go. The first ferry is waiting. Oh wow, look at this! We've just stepped off the ferry onto Okinoshima, and I'm already surrounded. This is incredible. They're everywhere. This place is famously known as Usagi-jima, or Rabbit Island, and you can immediately see why. There are hundreds, maybe even thousands. It's a surreal, almost dreamlike experience. The moment your feet touch the ground, they come running, their little noses twitching, hoping you've brought them a snack. It's pure joy. The energy here is just so peaceful and happy. You hear the gentle rustling of leaves as the rabbits hop through the undergrowth and the quiet lapping of waves on the shore. These aren't just any wild rabbits, they are incredibly tame and friendly. They'll hop right into your lap, gently take food from your hand, and just sit with you. It's a connection with nature that is so direct, so pure. You can buy bags of rabbit food before you get on the ferry, and I highly recommend it. This is their kingdom, and we are just happy visitors. The rabbit population here is said to be over 1,000, and the story of how they got here is a bit of a mystery. Some say they were released by schoolchildren decades ago. Others whisper about a darker past, linking them to former chemical weapons testing facilities. It's a strange and startling contrast. This island of cuteness has a very serious history. Walking along the paths, it's impossible not to smile. Families, couples, solo travelers, there's a universal language of happiness here. A little brown one is nudging my hand right now. Oh, hello there. Some are bold and come right up, while others are a bit more shy, peeking out from behind a bush. It's a beautiful interaction to witness. The island itself is quite beautiful, with walking trails that loop around the coast and up into the hills. As we walk, we're finding more and more rabbits, under the benches sleeping in patches of sunlight digging little burrows. It feels like we've stumbled into a secret society of rabbits. The air is fresh, the pitter-patter of tiny feet. This one right here is so fluffy, look at its little ears. It's amazing how they all coexist so peacefully. They know the visitors are their friends, their source of delicious treats. It's a symbiotic relationship that has turned this small, remote island into a world-famous destination for animal lovers. I could honestly sit here all day just feeding them and watching them play. But we have to keep moving and explore more of the island. There are remnants of the island's dark past scattered around like old poison gas storehouses. It's a chilling reminder. The rabbits, in a way, feel like a symbol of rebirth and new life. It's a photographer's dream. The sheer overwhelming cuteness is a powerful force. It washes over you and makes you forget everything else. Alright, we've just arrived on Tashirojima, and wow, the welcoming committee is a little different here. No hopping, just a lot of stretching, yawning, and some very expectant meows. This is Cat Island. It lives up to its name. The moment we stepped onto the dock, we were greeted by at least a dozen cats. Shapes, sizes, colors, all lounging around like they own the place. Which, to be fair, they kind of do. The cat population vastly outnumbers the human population here. A few hundred cats versus fewer than 100 humans, many elderly. It creates this incredibly unique, tranquil atmosphere. The cats are the celebrities of Tashirojima, and islanders have cared for them for generations. It's a relationship built on mutual respect and a little bit of superstition. Fishermen here long believed feeding the cats brings good luck and a bountiful catch. In the center of the island there's the Neko Jinja, a small cat shrine. It was built to honor a cat accidentally killed by a falling rock. Walking through the small village of Netoda is like stepping into another world. Cats are everywhere. They're sleeping on top of walls, peering out from doorways, and following us down the narrow streets, hoping for a pat or a treat. They are the true soul of this place. You see them weaving around fishing nets and boats, totally at home in this maritime environment. Unlike the rabbits, they have a cool, confident swagger. They know they're in charge. The human residents we've met are so kind and love sharing their island with these cats. For a long time, dogs were not allowed on the island to protect the cat population. The cats are not just pets. They are part of the island's identity, history, and community fabric. They are family. Oh, look at this one. Hello there. They are so curious and generally very friendly, clearly used to attention from visitors. You can see they are well cared for. No busy roads, no predators, just sunny spots to nap and friendly fishermen to bring scraps from the day's catch. As the day winds down, the cats get even more relaxed. Saying goodbye to Tashirojima feels like leaving a friend's cozy home. Wow. Just wow. This is Hashima Island, more famously known as Gunkanjima or Battleship Island, and from the boat you can see exactly why. It looks like a massive, decaying concrete battleship anchored in the middle of the sea. There is no green, no fluffiness, no cuteness. This place is raw, powerful, and incredibly haunting. The air itself feels heavy with history. We're now stepping onto the island as part of a guided tour. For safety reasons, you can't just wander around freely. The concrete is crumbling everywhere. Buildings are just skeletons of what they once were, their windows like hollow, empty eyes staring out at the sea. This was once one of the most densely populated places on Earth. It's almost impossible to imagine that now, standing in this ghost city. The silence is deafening. This tiny island, just 16 acres. It was a hub of undersea coal mining from the late 1800s until 1974. At its peak in the 1950s, over 5,000 people lived here, crammed into massive concrete apartment blocks. They had a school, a hospital, shops, a cinema, a whole self-contained city. The miners and their families lived their entire lives in the shadow of the mine. The guide is telling us about the harsh conditions. Life was incredibly tough, especially during the war years when Korean and Chinese forced laborers were brought here to work in the mines. This island has a dark and controversial history that Japan is still grappling with. You can feel the weight of those stories in the crumbling walls and debris-strewn corridors. You can see remnants of life frozen in time. A broken television set in what was once a living room. A child's shoe lying in the rubble. These were people's homes. You can almost hear the echoes of children playing, of families talking, of the machinery of the mine churning away. Wow, what an absolutely incredible journey that was. Rabbit Island, overwhelming cuteness. Tashirojima, cool, regal cats. Gunkanjima, the haunting, silent city. We've experienced 3 completely different worlds, each with its own unique soul and story. Which island would you visit most? Tell me in the comments. I'd love to hear. Thank you for joining me on this adventure. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our next hidden gems. Until next time, happy travels.